Hello all. So this session is going to be a short demo to understand how you can view your data. All of you must be wondering as why do we have to spend some time to understand the ways how you can view your data. See, first of all, when we have to work with your data, you need to understand the data. When we can understand the data is definitely if the data is given in a proper format, the format which is understood by you, maybe in the form of an Excel, right? For example, if you let me just share my whiteboard here. Yeah. So most of the time when we have a structural kind of data where you have this tabular format, and then you are able to identify, you if you have 1 2 3 4 and 5, you are in a position to say what is this 1 2 3 4 5 means, which is being labeled with an id. Okay, so as soon as you see the id, you are able to understand the data basically. So understanding the data is very very crucial to perform a very nice analysis in fact. So in that sense, actually viewing your data in Tableau, what are the different ways that you can use it to view your data? Understanding this will help you to help you to visualize the data efficiently. All right. So in that sense, let's try to understand what are the different ways in Tableau you can use in Tableau to view your data. Two things you can do. So let me just go to my Tableau environment. This is going to be a very short session. So let us go to the Tableau environment. So I'll just go to a workbook, right? So I'm just going to my workbook and I'm just going to connect my file, which is my, I'm just uploading it from my computer. Global Superstore is there. I'm just clicking on it. Okay. So once I have clicked on it, this is already there in an XLS format, and it is getting uploaded into the Tableau. So once it is there in Tableau, then we have multiple ways about you can view your data. First thing is that you can actually view, there are multiple ways that you can use it to view the data from the data source. As you are very much aware, we have covered almost like a very high level concepts in Tableau. All of you are very much aware about the data source and the worksheet. So you know, most of the times what we have done is that we have made use of the worksheet for viewing the data. Like you pull your fields which is there in your data pane to your column or your row shelves, and then you perform some kind of operations with the you just put it in the marks card, and then you are able to see view your data. This is something which you were doing it very commonly. So, and most of the time this particular way of viewing the data is something which is known for all of you. Now what I'm going to tell you is that let us spend little bit time on our data source as well, so that you can get an understanding about how we can view the data from data source. First of all, as you can see here, there are three tables here from my global superstore. So there are three tables here. Now that I just wanted to view the data of my orders table, so what I do is I just drag it and place it in my canvas. Once I drag it and place it in my canvas, it'll automatically show whatever IDs are there. If I will click on an update now, then it is going to show me all the data which is there. So now you can see that it is showing 1,000 rows like that it is showing. Okay, so this is one way you can use it to view the data in your data source, or otherwise this is your tables, right? So you can just go ahead and then you can click on this. Okay, so this will help you to view your data again. So now you can see here, you can scroll it and you can see more clearly like what is there. So something which is similar to Excel only. So in Excel, how you are going to see, same way you can view this. So the benefit of doing this is, of course, you see the contents of this data and then you decide whether you wanted to use this data for further visualization or not. So in that context, you will try to understand what is there in the data. So you can do to understand what is there in the data, you can view the data in the data source level itself. That's what we are trying to do it. Okay, so this is one more way we can view your data. Suppose, for example, if you wanted to see the first 10 rows, you can just go ahead and type 10 and then it will show the 10 rows. Okay. So likewise, any number of rows, if you wanted to display it or you wanted to see, you can specify that and you will be able to see those things. So this is one option that you can use it for viewing the data. All right. Now, what else I can do with viewing the data here means, like for example, here there is an option to hide your fields, data fields. You can actually hide it. Okay. So, like for example, you feel that for this data, this row ID or the order ID is not making any sense with my data. I just wanted to hide this field and then I just wanted to see what else is there. So you can very well go ahead and do that. Just click on this and then you can find an option called as hide. So you can just click on hide. So that will hide your field order ID. So we have hidden the order ID. Okay. So now if I will click on show hidden fields, you can see that it is showing the hidden field, but it is grayed out. So that denotes that this particular field is hidden. Okay. In case if you wanted to unhide it, you can just go ahead and give an unhide. Okay. So then it will bring back the data to normalcy. Okay. So this is one thing that you can do it. And also you can specify like how many rows you wanted to display here also. Suppose for example, I'm just writing it as 200 rows. Then I'm going to see only the 200 rows. Or example, I am just giving right 2 rows. I'm able to see 2 rows. Okay. So likewise, we can make use of this also. Either from this pane window, you can go ahead and select it. That's one way of viewing it. Otherwise, you can view it in this manner also. Okay. So these are the different options which is available with the data source for viewing the data. All right. Now, one more thing that you can do with viewing the data is that you can go to your worksheets as usual, how we were doing it, right? So from the worksheet, again, you can maybe, for example, I'm selecting customer ID. So customer ID, I just wanted to view the data. Okay. So here customer ID is there, and maybe for as per the market, I wanted to show the customer ID or something like that is there. So then I can see that market, but here I do not find any text, right? So automatically I'll go to my marks card and then I'll try to put my customer ID over here. Then we can see some kind of contents, like we can give a text format also for that, and then we can view our data. Okay. So this is one other way that we will use it generally to view the data from our worksheets. Okay. So from the marks card, you can actually help you with this, will help you to view your data in the worksheet. Okay. So this is one more thing that I wanted to show it to you. Okay. And yeah, so these are the different types of views that you can use it for viewing your data from the Tableau. Okay. So either you can make use of your data source for viewing the data, or you can make use of your worksheet for viewing your data. Of course, if it is going to be a preliminary kind of decisions that you wanted to make it in terms of whether you wanted to keep the data or not, if that is the case, then probably you will take a decision from the data source itself. So it is mandate that you understand how you can view your data from the data source. Okay. So that's as I said, this is going to be a very short discussion where we understood how you can view your data. That's all I have for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you.